You're almost welcome to the Investigator TV. Like, share, and subscribe. It is the Cheating In-Laws series here at your favorite TV. Back in studio is Lilian, Kemigisa, with me, Daniel Zinabongutatia, the Prince of Journalism, the man from the mineral-rich Busoga, to take you through these very touching episodes featuring our one and only, the beautiful Lillian, mother of two biologically.
Yes.
But she has 4 children. Wife or ex-wife
A wife.
to, all right, wife to
I don't want
Pavel.
I don't want laws to break
Pavel
laws.
Widra. And in the first episodes and the second episode, we told you about a rose, especially in the first episode, about a rose relationship with the Hamzungu. After that bed of roses, something happened. In the second episode, she told us what exactly went wrong. She had never abused the husband. She had never cheated. She had never done anything. They actually had established an empire.
Now an in-law comes.
Now an in-law comes. That is Honrata, her husband's sister. Honrata has indeed tried to mess up things for Lillian. She has made it hard for Lillian to live her dream. She has made it hard for the relationship that Lillian and her husband Widra started. In the second episode, she told us how she tried to go through the process to look for justice. She went to the district for mediation. She was kicked out of offices. She was called at the anti-corruption unit, State House. Nothing like justice came through. We see her being arrested. We see her being taken to courts of law, all in the name of seeking justice. The justice that she sought, she only got injustices. Lillian, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Say hi to the viewer.
Yeah.
We continue with your story.
Third day. I think we are going to take even 5-7 days.
All right.
But I greet you all, our dear viewers, our dear friends, positive and negative people, and lovely supporters of the investigators.
Yes, please.
And of course, we appreciate. Personally, I appreciate. And I want
you.
to tell you that I think you are very special people.
Thank you. We take it in the name of God. Yes.
You are special people.
Thank you.
As
Thank
I told you in the
previous episode
about media. I didn't want these things to go viral. Though they took me viral, I had decided to keep quiet. But I feel, why?
You know, in Uganda, there is a saying, an old adage, that bonyigiriza nnyo ogireeta omusaayi. I think they had pressed you.
Yes.
You know?
So I want to speak these things. If justice of the world failed, Today I've come to tell you, Daniel, and our dear viewers, God has the best one. I am still waiting for that. But again, I am telling you all these things. I went through them, but God did not give up on me. I would have died. I would have died. They would have killed me, like how we told you the other day, that the RDC was like, Kariya no kita nikatwara saa zinga. Meaning, attempts of death
were
there in that pipeline. And by the way, I got very many accidents.
Sorry.
Very many. 2021, I got very many accidents. I went through things and I would say, this is God. Since 2020, up to today, I don't have any salary. But God has been providing for me.
God has helped you through.
Yes. People who are fearing that when you go to Investigator, they are going to ask you money. I've been not asked any money.
You know here.
How they landed on me, God knows.
We are dedicated to the calling that is working for the oppressed.
So, I'm not asked money. If I don't appreciate God openly to the world, then I will be doing something bad.
I know.
When all those things happened, they advised my husband that if he keeps supporting me financially, I'm going to use the same money to fight her sister.
So he cuts the financial muscle.
He cut it off. I think when he wakes up happy, or when he wakes up when the Holy Spirit has passed him.
Are they still in Uganda?
Yes, Honorat is in Uganda, but my husband is not.
Flew out.
Yes. Why? Because I am sure somehow, you know.
Does he call you? Does he call you? At least check on the kids?
He doesn't. But when my prayer touches him, he sends some command.
Oh.
I doubt if Honorata knows. But as I told you, I've come to speak whatever. If someone is doing it alone, let her know that from time to time, when these prayers and the tears of the neglected ones touches Pavel, he sends some command. It is not every month. It is not like every after 2 months.
But once in a while.
Once in a while. Due to anger, I had blocked him at the beginning, but he said, why? He's a father.
After all, he will need to know.
If he writes to me,
to hear from the kids, yeah.
If he doesn't write, no. But let's not go deep into this person relationship with me and my husband, because I still want it to be the way it is.
You still want the situation to be the way it is.
Not really talking much about my marriage. Why? I'm not seeking justice for marriage. I'm seeking justice for the organization.
For your dream.
For my dream. The marriage thing should be lighter. But it is my dream. Whereby, innocently or intentionally, my husband excused himself and left me and Honorata. Because even today,
in the battlefield,
even today, whoever tries to mediate us, when we say, we had your friend Honorata, can you guys talk? We see how to solve it. I say, husband, Honorata and the husband, one thing. One thing. So you see, like Pavel is not there. Why? Because they know. I know Pavel. he can quickly change.
Perhaps he thought it through that after all, she's the mother of my kids.
I think.
I'm pressing her the wrong way.
I think.
And realized he's doing
then
it.
He was told, if he stay here, I may kill him. But that is, I cannot do such a thing. If I cannot kill myself through all what I went through, tarnishing my name, I sacrificed for years, putting me down, but I did not think about death. Why would I kill someone? So some of the fears made him to go away.
Okay.
But now, the other day I was telling you, I went to anti-corruption. What happened was, City Hall, no one knows about me. But
From City Hall?
Chigo
Court.
prison. Chigo prison. 6 days.
But before that, we had ended at the point whereby they were even calling for the file. The file was not there,
Not yet
but
there.
you were taken there.
There is a state attorney.
So let's start from that
now,
point.
you know, in this interview, maybe I will mention some names of people that have really made my life hard.
Sorry.
Kano Nakalema,
Edith.
Edith Nakalema. Because if she had entered our issue like a mother, woman to woman, not sidelining with one side, you know, I wrote to her. She just blue-ticked my messages. I showed her all the things. I even wrote to her a letter. I still have a copy received by anti-corruption that please mediate us. We are a family. We are family. Mediate us. Because Honorata cannot listen, I think has decided to take the advices of other people, or maybe she has her intentions of being a boss, to be known, to be recognized, to be called mama, mama, and the whole world to know her. She made her name after me laying the foundation of 8 years. So now, these 3 years and a half, she's enjoying. The ground is well laid.
You laid it for her to come and enjoy.
I laid a foundation for 8 years.
And perhaps she might even be doing it not the way you envisaged it.
I don't want to lie because I'm not there. But there are very many indicators
that things are wrong
yes,
somewhere.
Because I remember there are things we used to do, they no longer do them. There are funny changes that happened.
Before,
anyways.
Children were going to study free. So that they are paying, I think.
I don't know. I don't want to speak what I don't know.
So she's exploiting Ugandans.
I don't want to speak what I don't know. That part, I don't know. And most of the time, I don't really take the hearsay things. I heard. But there are things I see that they have changed. Because I still have people there. I normally tell them whether what or what. The people working there are Ugandans. Someone comes and says, Akiki, I love you, I pray for you, I know one time things will settle, but we are here because of money. Poverty. I am there because of money. They even text me, they even write to me, they even tell me the programs.
Because of the prior vision that you had for the organization.
Yes. So they still tell me, though not openly, and they cannot disclose the names of this person.
Certain people.
No. But I want to assure Honorata that among your staff, there are people who still give me all updates of what is taking place there. So, when
you are at City Hall Court?
Yes, I was at City Hall Court. Miraculously, again, Nyakato moved to call Timothy, the state attorney, calling for a file. I also called my lawyer. So when I called my lawyer, I told him the people to call. I have relatives here in Kampala. So, and others were already at that police station, so they immediately came. There was no chance of doing anything other than reading things, putting what? Putting me to Chigo. They accused me.
Oh, exactly. Yes, I was going to ask what were the charges.
That I bought an organization vehicle in my brother's name.
Was that true?
The vehicle that was bought, it is not even me who bought that vehicle. It is my husband. He used organization money. And as I told you, it is family. We have been taking this thing as family, respecting each other, loving each other, trusting each other. I remember when I make a mistake, I ask to be forgiven. It is not intentional. But I remember my husband coming and telling me, you know what? We are going to buy a van for the organization. I've got some friends, and I am involving Mark to buy it in the organization name, in his name. And later on, we shall change. You understand? I am completely not involved. I don't know where the car came from. I don't know who is the first buyer.
It was a second-hand vehicle?
It was a second-hand vehicle. And my brother called me.
Did you even know how much it was? It cost your husband?
I don't remember. So I only remember if anything involved my relatives, they would need my approval. None of my brother or my relative was contacted by Honorata or Pavel without them again contacting me. I credit my family for that. They did not do anything behind my back. So Mark contacted me and said, Pavel called me and said he's coming to Kampala with one of your staff, that they are going to buy a car. They want my assistance. I was like, which assistance? And he's going to buy the car, then he wants me to be present. I was like, it's fine, no problem. Because actually he told me, but I didn't give him much time. It's like, okay. But and my brother was like, I just wanted you to know what your husband told me and what we want to do. It's like, thank you.
Okay, what were the other
accusations? Was I registered the organization Gate of Hope into Company Limited by guarantee without including Honorata. So, on that accusation, number one, Mr. Daniel, Honorata is not a Ugandan.
No.
Honorata is not having any, by that time he was a tourist. You understand? Gate of Hope Education Center was a community-based organization. A community-based organization, to be registered into an NGO, there is no way you can jump URSB. You go after district, you register it as a company. That certificate of URSB, you take it to NGO board. That is the process. You can't jump it. And in those documents, they need Ugandans. If they are not Ugandans, they should be having immigration document that allows them to be what? The directors of an organization.
Yeah.
Honorata, I had written to her what is required to be a director in Uganda. She didn't do it. But only she started these battles. So when she started these battles, and I was still accessing Gate of Hope, I could not say Gate of Hope should stop from a community-based organization.
No.
Besides the troubles, as I told you from the beginning, I was expecting some change. What I did, I said, let me go on with my programs. When I registered the organization into URSB, I held a meeting which some members, after wanting to keep on Honorata's side, denied that meeting did not happen. But I held a meeting. I told them, we are registering this organization into a company. After company, register it to where? To NGO board, so that it becomes an NGO. God knows, and people who I worked with from day one, they know that this organization is to benefit community. It is a dream from Lillian.
Not to profit Lillian.
Not to profit Lillian. So I make a meeting, and in that meeting I said, I am the director, but the law says we need other directors.
Directors, yes.
The directors limit, they should be 13. So please, due to what is happening in Ghetto of Hope now, I want us to secure our organization. I want us to secure our NGO. These Bazungu have started to fight.
So that you start doing whatever you're doing legally.
Legally. I said, you have seen the battles these people are bringing, chasing you without any explanation. Now they are chasing Lillian. Now they are doing this. We don't know what are their plans. People have changed against me. They broke my car. This is this. I was like, I don't understand. So we are going to have it registered. I have the money for this need. I don't need even to contact Honorata for this money. So whoever is willing among us, because I had the staff of people who was with me from day one, all 8 years. So I told them, voluntarily, for document, who is willing to give me an ID and to commit here to be a director. I put 4 people. Sorry, I need 3 people.
From the staff.
From the staff. Then plus me. I have powers to use people outside, but I want to use people who are within the organization, who already know the vision and the dream of this organization. In the meeting, I said that. And then after, if things have stabilized, if Honorata gets her documents, we shall include her, because the directors are supposed to be 13. 2 people volunteered. And then another one who would have volunteered did not have an ident card. But we had one external staff member. But he was very, very good from the beginning. Interviewing the teachers. The other guy is smart. Interviewing teachers. Some documents. He was like my standby generator somewhere. Who understood me very well. So I tell him. So I told them, guys, we all know this man. Can I raise him to be the secretary? Because I can get his ident card and everything. Yeah, they were like, it is okay. Yeah, that one. He's also our staff. So they became 3. I did not even include my relatives. It was only me and other people. So they accuse me of registering organization in a bad way. Why? I did not include Honorata. I did not include Pavel.
That was account number 2.
Count number 2. Count number 3. It was what? I think I'm forgetting about wanting to steal the organization. I don't remember very well, but it was stealing organization. I want to steal the organization into my own and all that stuff. Hey, what I forgot to tell you in the last 2 episodes, whenever I would get this donation as school fees, I would make sure the salary is being taken, food for students is being provided, some balance, we would buy a land Of course, after growing with
Where you would expand the
we
organization.
would expand the organization.
Yeah. Mm.
All those lands were bought in the names of Lillian. And in 2000, either 17 or 18, I called Honorata. I told Honorata, you know what? Yes, this organization is growing. I can die today. If I die today, and my family is very cruel, my family is very bad, they can say these are the things of Lillian. So I am planning to meet the chairman LCs where we bought these lands. Myself, Daniel, not being forced, I said, I want to call this chairman and people who bought, I bought lands with. We changed the agreement. Number one, we changed this agreement from Lillian buying the land to Gate of Hope buying.
Owning it.
But who signs as a buyer? Me. But we buy like this land is sold to Gate of Hope Education Center. We bought Lillian. Why? Because it's still a CBU. Then I told her, when we change into a company, we change into a company names. We change from saying Lillian is the one who bought, but we say it is the company that bought. Then after there, it will be like the properties of the organization will be secure. But if we leave there that Lillian bought down a sign, it is not proper. And I feel my conscience tells me, death is death. And she was like, it is okay. What do you need for that? I told her, of course, I will have to facilitate these chairman LCs. Why? We are going to repeat agreements. And secondly, maybe I can make it in one day. I call these people, like for example, for Ngezi land, where the secondary school is, I call someone, the buyer, when we are sitting there, we have a cup of tea. And we change everything. And was like, okay, I made a budget. She even provided. So, after that, like I want to show the viewers, from day one, I did not intend to steal.
Defraud.
As they are saying.
Yes.
Proudly. Because if it is, I would have done it. But I did not.
Because it was only you and you here in Uganda.
But my sister-in-law, with some Ugandans, because I know some of them, you cannot move from nowhere and they call you a chairperson board, Gate of Hope. You don't know anything and you also accept if you don't want money. So, after that, that was a counter number, counter what? Whatever.
Count 3.
Count 3. And I'm forgetting others. But you know, due to those things, I was taken where? Chigo prison.
Chigo. So now you're in Chigo, first day.
Second day.
Excuse me for laughing, but you know, looking at you being falsely accused and being taken to prison.
God is good. When they took me to Chigo, an officer in Chigo, do I remember her name? An officer in Chigo, the OC, got too troubled. Very, very, very troubled. I don't have her name, but I have her number. The lady was troubled. She saw me like this, and I saw her face troubled. She took me to her office and said, what did you do?
She did not, like, immediately take you to the cells.
She did not take
to
me
the halls
no,
where you, yes,
she did
but
not.
First to her office.
Yes.
Wanting to know your case.
She was like,
what did you
she
do?
saw me coming. Then these people started here to interview, register and everything. the papers.
Is that the process you're supposed to go through?
Eh.
Okay.
So now when they took me to a room where I'm supposed to change clothes, put on the yellow uniform.
The yellow.
Yellow uniform.
There you had gone to work for the government. Did
Being
you
taken
do
by
any?
me, by my in-law.
The
Actually,
cheating in-laws.
I still love Honorat.
This guy does investors. This guy does tourists causing trouble.
They are not
Ugandans.
investors because in this organization they don't put in their money. They are not
Their
investors
only job was simply to mobilize,
to mobilize.
fundraising.
Now they are benefiting because they are not employed.
No.
They don't have jobs in their country. They don't have jobs in Uganda. They depend on donation.
Solely.
Yes. So I'm in Chigo.
Mm.
The woman, the OC lady calls me. She looked at me like this, said, Lillian, tell me the truth. What did
you do?
I told this lady, you are not going to help me anything.
Because you know where you were coming
Number
from
two,
and the people.
they gave you documents. Number three, I am hurt. Number four, leave me or take me where I'm supposed to be. And the lady said, I'm not going to leave you.
She insisted.
Yes, I said, leave me. My God will take me out of here. I don't know when, but my God will take me out of here. And the lady was like, how do you want me to help you when you are here? I said, thank you. Help me and give me a phone. Every day I talk to my children. Because I told my sister, I told my people not to tell my children where I am. My children were young. Yes,
They needed to hear from you on a daily.
I am their mother, I'm their dad, I'm their everything. For the last 4 years, I am in their life 100%. How can they hear that mom is in prison? So I said, number two, I had brought my mother. The time they arrested me, I had brought my mother. And she's diagnosed with diabetes.
Sorry.
And I know, and high blood hypertension, pressure. And because my mother loved me so much, I truly know these issues of Polish people contributed a lot to her death.
Sorry.
They contributed. My mother loved my husband, respected my in-laws. Even my mother-in-law one time came from Poland, visited my mother. We had a strong relationship. The time I went to Chigo, I felt like no one is truthful, no one is helpful apart from my family, that is my siblings, my late mother, and God. Because as I told you, at the district, they finished. Coming to anti-corruption, knowing that the unit is being led by a woman, she did some help. Worst of all, there was a guy called Mayombo Daniel. I am sure he's still there. Mayombo Daniel, anti-corruption. Mutoro. But that guy, after arresting me, they went to Fort Potro. They started to hunt for my brothers, for my sisters, like for people who were close to me.
While you were in Chigo?
Yes. I think next day, because those are the stories they told me, they went to village. We still have even the pictures of Mayombo torturing my brother. Mayombo Daniel anti-corruption is a Mutoro, hunting and fighting a fellow Mutoro. It was sad.
Yeah, but of course, in your story, your story itself tells it all.
Yes.
Ugandans fighting your fellow Ugandans.
Yes.
In
And
favor
without
of foreigner.
Yes. So, and when we were talking, I remembered the name of the state attorney. It's called Audit Timothy. I was like, Audit has...
What did he do?
For him, he sanctioned the file without knowing, without having proper... without even calling people in Chienjojo. Because I was from Chienjojo. At least my little knowledge tells me when he's being given an issue of Chienjojo, he would have called a state attorney of Chienjojo.
To brief him about the same.
Yes, how is this?
Transfer the file.
Yes, at
Kampala.
least it might be a file one. I even don't know where Timothy Audit started from. But all it was like this. So
Mayombo Daniel, my namesake, starts to hunt for
my siblings. Why? After me being in prison. And while in prison, Nakalema went to the village, to the Gate of Hope. I am in prison.
This time round, they know they have cornered you.
Yes.
You're in prison.
She's in prison.
They have free hands now to go and do whatever nonsense they want to do.
So they went there, they put everything upside down. They put there the police officers to protect all the schools. Like, no Lillian entering. Whoever is entering, asking Lillian, was chased away. The students who were there, and like somehow, somewhere, talking about Lillian, was chased away. Other students were chased.
They made sure they erased the name Lillian out of
Yes.
the organization.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. Then they go, they registered new students. And when they registered new students, since they were not yet sure of the system, they took those students to the DEO of Chienjojo. The DEO of Chienjojo had a school, which was Nursery Teachers Institution. They registered our students from her school. You see how the whole thing was twisted. You wonder the DEO, that was Pelusi Algonza. She's still there. But she also did something which was not right.
Did you attempt to possibly talk to the area MP?
Now the area MP is the big supporter of the Bazugo.
Oh, sorry.
Faith. She even witnessed in the court. Faith Kunihira. She even witnessed in court against Lillian. An MP.
And you become a threat to her.
Some people thought maybe I was a threat, but I am never in politics. I'm never. Never, like, you want to be an MP? Never. Madam Faith, I don't want to be an MP. So,
you should know that.
Yeah. So, maybe she wanted to share the donors. She also has an organization which is catering for orphans, and she's doing a great work. But instead of thanking God, the partners are many, as how the Bible says, that the work is much. We need more workers. But for her, she was like, cut it. Where the hatred came from, I still don't know. So, I was arrested, heartedly, painfully. I didn't know what was next. Actually, I don't wish anyone to be in prison. I don't. So I spent there 6 days. I thank God for my family, my brothers, my sisters, they were there for me. So after the day I was out of the prison, a lot of people were to go. A lot of my friends came, others from Chienjojo. And they all escorted me to my sister's home. And my mother was there. So my mother was surprised. Why all these people? Why are they celebrating?
That's now the time she learns that you have problems.
She learned that I was in prison. Her pressures shoot. Diabetes shoot. She was like, that's where my daughter has reached. These people have pushed my daughter to this wall because I didn't want to disturb my mother. But that day she got to know, because I could not stop my friends to celebrate with me. So after that, I went Chenjojo. I could not access anything. I could not enter.
You are released from the prison?
Yes.
How many days did you spend? How many time? How much time?
6 days.
6 days.
But because Nakalema had gone to Chenjojo, made a very big assembly at Gate of Hope, Lillian is arrested, and we are going to arrest all other people who are in any fraud of this organization. This organization belongs to Bazungu, Honorata, and the husband. Actually, they did not indicate my husband there. They said it belongs to Honorata and the husband. They need protection, they need everything. Lillian will not be allowed. So, when I came, I could not access anything. So I had to continue with the case. And you know, the case also took long, but finally this year, the judgment came. And when the judgment came into the favor of the Bazungu. What pained me,
court.
Yes, in High Court. And what surprised me, they did not talk much about how things started.
Yes.
They did not talk about the immigration. I don't know if it is legal someone to come as a tourist, then after being a tourist, go somewhere in another organization, gets the documents, like now Honorata, the documents that were in court were showing she's having a work permit from an organization which is in Mubende. That is Hesed International Ministries. Hesed. So she was given a work permit from that organization, whereas she's at Gate of Hope acting as executive director, founder, CEO. I don't know if it is, that's how things are legally. I did not get a proper chance to get that information. I still doubt if I did nothing, I deserve what I am on. That's why I'm still seeking justice.
Hesed is, you said is in
It's
where?
that
Did you try to talk to the directors?
I don't know
exactly.
it. I don't know it. I don't know there. I have never been there. And it is never cooperating with Gate of Hope. There were other organizations that got support, that they are in Chenjojo. They got support through Gate of Hope, using same donor fund. If it was like claiming them, Honorata would have claimed everything. But she specifically claimed Gate of Hope and to see that Lillian is not there. So I don't know, where are we heading? What will our children see? What will they say? Like of recent, my children started to ask me, and openly I've started to tell them the truth. Of recent, we are in a supermarket. Honorata has spent like, that is my sister-in-law, had spent like maybe 3.5 years without seeing my children. And my child met her in the supermarket, all smiley. Hi, Antonia. It is like a week ago. or 2 weeks. And the girl was like, hello, Antonia. And Antonia said, hello. And my daughter, up even today morning, she was asking me, why did Antonia greet me like, hello, darling, not even hugging me, not even greeting me like how my aunties do? I still have that question to my child. And I promised myself that I'm going to explain to her. I have to explain to her that your auntie is doing ABCD. I still don't know. But I thank God, after those 6 days of prison, the new general, I don't know, is a major, Isoke, made sure that he called me. I think he found a file on his table and he called me. We had a very good meeting. I had refused to go there because to me, corruption is full of corruption.
And
the president
corruption is full of corruption.
Yes. The president is there planning for an office to help people. But people in office are there stealing, misusing the president's name, office of the president, and corruption. They are misusing that title. For him, he doesn't know. You know how for us, Bazukuru, we are suffering. Papa is thinking he's planning for Bazukuru, but these old Bazukuru are torturing us.
The younger Bazukuru.
The younger Bazukuru, we are being tortured. So, at some point, I desired that if I wish I can see President or Janet, because I contributed a lot to education, educating young boys and young girls. That thing of managing an organization for 8 years, educating youths, skilling them, because we do not only teach them normal things, but even I speak to them psychologically. I'm a counselor by profession. I speak to them. I encourage them. That effort, I contributed something to the government. So I always say, if I got a chance, I can speak, and even though they are shutting me down, I still meet youths, I speak to them, I encourage them, and I'm still searching and fighting for injustice.
Thank you. So Nakalem, with all her arsenal, travels from Kampala to that's Toro.
Yes.
She goes to Gate of Hope.
Gates
convened
organization.
meetings.
Yes.
And what did she tell?
She actually, it was like handing over the organization to Honorata and openly showing the community of Chienzojo how I am a thief, how I am bad, and how I am being arrested, and the state is going to deal with me. So that alone carried power, whereby in those other local courts or local offices, I could not say. But when Major Isoke came, called me in the office, he asked me everything like how I have shared for the last 3 times here. And I appreciate him.
What did he do?
No, he was so welcoming. Number one, he gave me comfort. Because I had refused to go there, but he assured me, I'm not going to be arrested. They are not doing this and that. And I openly talked like how I'm talking. And he said he's sorry for what I went through. It's very absurd. He apologized on behalf of Nakalema that somehow, somewhere, the office hurried to take some decisions, which was not right. He was like sorry for what I went through. He was like, at some point, maybe the office took off. Of course, like security people, they cannot officially say or blame someone. But I also have knowledge. I understood, but he helped me. And later on, we went to City Hall. The court was like, we cannot continue with this case because there is same issues that are being thought of in the High Court. And you wonder if now they are saying they realized things were in court in Fort Potro. Why was I arrested? Which base did they follow for me to go to Chigo? You see, there was some corruption, some way of doing intimidation. Their intention was to put me down, to shame me. Yes, they did it, but I normally say, this is my home. This is my country. I am a Ugandan. I will never change to be a European. No. Even if the Ugandans do something bad against me, but at some point, good things will keep shining. Why? Right now, they are sitting on my energy, on my knowledge. Suppose Honorata was like, okay, let's construct a secondary school, and I go do my business. If she wanted to do something, we talk like in a meeting, we agree on to do something, and I don't do it. And you know very well, many Ugandans are doing those things, but organization is there. So I still have this question with me. Do I really deserve this? Yes, life moves on. Even every Ugandan is struggling somewhere.
Do you have an appeal to?
Yeah, I made an appeal. I made an appeal.
Where?
Of course, here in Kampala.
High Court?
High Court.
Supreme Court?
No, it's appeal is being done where? There is appeal, then again there is Supreme Court. Yes.
Okay.
But for now, I am appealing. I'm putting in my appeal this week, that is beginning next week. I'm putting in my appeal, seeking justice. Do I really deserve to be pushed away?
What, Lillian?
Yes.
What exactly do you want?
Compensation, justice. Those people who tarnished my name also come and say, hey, maybe they were misled or do what? They get to know whether they do what. Right now, we are family. Why? I have their blood. I have their children. I am with them. I live with them. I am sure they also miss them. You understand? But because of what they did, they can no longer come to my home openly. But if they come, I can open for them, as long as they are not bringing but. That's how sympathetic I am. But they are not doing anything. We are like enemies. And you wonder why. Now, if any person working in Ghetto Folk talks with me, they get to know that is relating with me, that person will be fired. If they are supporting you and you mention the word Lilian, they stop. There is a lady in Chienzozo. She did not know how to write. She would write to me Rutoro email. I changed it in English. Funny people. She also does not talk to me today. Why? If she talks with me and they get to know, donation ceases.
Threatened fire. She also has an organization.
They are fundraising for her.
And
many others. Like also Ugandans. There is a way how they behave, and you really wonder. So it's absurd. It's absurd. But I thank God I'm alive. I thank God I'm moving. I thank God, and I still pray that justice should really come to me. One day also say, yes, the way I love my Uganda, the way I'm proud with my Uganda, I also say, and yes, I'm the benefit of someone that really the government entered into my issue or some people entered into my issue and it was hard. They may see me young and they think like, what can she do? Like those big officers. But I know one time, one day, God can remember me and uses someone. Yeah.
Okay. More to that?
Not really. Only
Like you at that level, you feeling?
I appeal to all people who are dealing with voids to take care. Because what I have realized, they are good people, very good people, but they act out of emotion. So if that thing, it is a lie, they will not change. They will take it. If someone has come and said Daniel is a thief, and you have been a very good man, it is very hard for a white to say you are not a thief. They quickly believe in something, whether true or not true. They will just believe. They forget easily. And at some point, they are good at dividing and ruling. So I also ask people like the government should really be serious, not just minding about money, but they really play their role. When the foreigners are coming, what are the things that are needed? Those local courts, like the district, I am sure if the district really knew everything, when someone comes, a foreigner, they register at the district, they get some information. People are not having information. They don't know. For them, when they see someone, and we have very many tourists who are coming like tourists, and later on they settle in. So I think the president or government need to do something on that. And also I want to encourage people that even if we go through fire, let us always know that there is God who gives life. We can be persecuted, we can go through a lot, but when you have God, there is that grace that always pushes you through. Like now, after losing my mother, I felt so bad. I felt so down. I saw like as if the world is ending, but I'm still going on. It's now 14 months. 1 year and 4 months. I'm still moving on by the grace of the Lord. And I continue to seek justice. I still continue to seek compensation. If I am being fired, let me be compensated. If they feel like I have done nothing, let them come out and say that I did nothing. Why?
Can they even dare?
They are standing on whose wisdom? People, they can go in Gate of Hope and see. And then they calculate 8 years of doing something, implementing everything. It is not a joke.
All right, the cheating in-laws. Yeah. There is more.
And
Lillian's story.
What I forgot to tell you, that now my in-law is still around. She's still around. Only went. Yes, she only I think went once. She's still in Chenjojo, and the husband and the children, 4 years now. Which documents she's still having, I don't know. But most likely the ones of Mubende. She's supposed to be working in Mubende, but is happily operating, working because they said, we know the law of Uganda. They even despised at some point.
Nothing like legal in Uganda.
No, they were like, we know how to operate in Uganda. So when they said they know,
then you
you bring those quotes.
With the cheating in-laws. Lillian's story is full of heartbreaking, sadness, jail sentences, abuses, and others. But she's been there because God is there. In her story, there are people to thank, but many of them are to flush down the drains. More to Lillian's story, episode 4. Stay tuned. Investigator TV, bye bye.